So let's see. I do have a lineup for us here today that is going to include a guided meditation, which was requested last week that I do one. And I'm very much looking forward to doing that. And we are also going to quickly review some of the tips and techniques we talked about last week. And then we're going to talk a little bit about gratitude. And lastly, but certainly not least, I'm going to do a card pull from my quality time self-care activity cards that sometimes I post in the group that folks really seem to like. So we will do that also at the end. So we can just do a quick review from last week. We talked a lot about the importance of movement. I hope that folks have been able to get in some movement. We haven't had a lot of sunshine outside, but hopefully we've been able to still move either through gentle stretching or other yoga practices or just having a dance party. Whatever it is, just get your body up and moving. It'll help you feel better. When the weather is cooperative, certainly get outside and see what else you can do for getting some sunlight and getting some movement and boosting our immune system and all that good stuff and all the benefits we get from exercise and moving our bodies. So hopefully we've been able to do that because that is super important. Also, we talked about the breathing exercises last week. If you remember, we talked about making sure if you're just going to close your eyes, stay right where you are, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and practice some deep breathing. Make sure that exhale is longer than your inhale. That helps activate the vagus nerve, which we talked a little bit about last week. And that actually promotes all the good chemicals in your body to really activate and help us feel good. The other things we talked about was 5-finger breathing. That was when we took our hand and we breathe in and out, deep breaths in and out throughout the hand. And then we talked about Nadi Shodhana. So Nadi Shodhana was that awkward alternate nostril breathing one that I demonstrated, which you can watch me demonstrate that in last week's video more thoroughly. Just wanted to remind folks of those tips in case you forgot in the last week, as I think those are really helpful things you can do to feel good during these challenging times. So I can see that 4 people are on. I can also see that my tech support is not giving me any type of warning that things are going badly, so I'm guessing things are working, even though I haven't seen any comments, but that is okay. So I'm going to take you through a guided meditation. I'm going to include the link to this guided meditation in the chat for people. I did not write this. I got this from the Inner Health Studio online, but I thought that the guided meditation was really beautiful and it really resonated with me. So I wanted to make sure that I shared this one with you because I think we'll enjoy it. But I wanted to also give proper credit to the folks at Inner Health Studio as they were the ones that wrote this. Maybe in the coming weeks, I'll work on writing my own for you. So what we're going to do right now to get ready is you're going to make yourself comfortable. So if you're seated, if you're lying down, whatever it is, make sure you're comfortable. And adjust your clothing as needed to assume this comfortable position. First, before the calming color relaxation begins, notice how your body feels in this moment. Passively pay attention to the state of your body right now. Do not try to change anything. Simply notice how your body and mind feel. Feel your body begin to relax slightly as your shoulders drop a little lower, your jaw loosens so your teeth are not touching, and your eyelids start to feel heavy. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and slowly breathe out. Now just notice your breathing. Your body knows how much air you need. Notice with interest how your breath goes in and out. Feel the pause after your inhale and before your exhale, and the pause before drawing another breath. Allow your body to relax and your mind to focus on the calming color relaxation. Allow the relaxation to occur naturally. Allow and observe. Create a picture in your mind of the color red. Imagine reds of all shades. You might picture red objects, a red landscape, or just a solid red color. Imagine all of the different tones of red. Roses, bricks, apples, sunset. Enjoy the color red. Now allow the color you are imagining to change to orange. Picture the color orange. Infinite shades of orange. Flowers, pumpkins, carrots. Fill the entire visual field of your mind's eye with the color orange. Enjoy the color orange. Visualize the color yellow. See in your imagination all the various shades of yellow. Allow yellow to fill your vision. Lemons, flowers, fall leaves. Imagine the endless tones of the color yellow. Imagine yourself surrounded with the calming color yellow. Immerse yourself. Enjoy the color yellow. Let the color you are imagining become green. All shades, from the lightest to the darkest, bright green, subdued green. Enjoy green. Now see in your mind the color blue. Surround yourself with beautiful blue. Unending shades of blue. Water, sky. Imagine blue filling your vision. Enjoy the color blue. Allow the color in your imagination to become violet. Focus on the multitude of purples around you. Flowers, eggplants, sunrise. Immerse yourself in the color violet. Enjoy violet. Now allow your attention to return to your breathing. Notice how calm and regular your breathing is now. Meditate on the calming color relaxation once more. Imagine the colors again, one at a time, starting with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Now picture whatever calming color you wish. Do you have a favorite? Or a color that suits your mood right now? Imagine whatever colors you like. Allow your mind to be relaxed, focused, and calm. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation you are experiencing. Now it is time to return your attention to your regular activities. Become more alert with each breath you take and more aware of your surroundings. Stretch your muscles, open your eyes, fully alert and calm. I hope you enjoyed that calming color meditation from the Inner Health Studio. I really liked that one. I think the artist in me really gravitated towards the colors. That really resonates with me. So I hope you enjoyed that. These videos will be saved on the Dr. MC Self-Care Cabaret page, so you are able to access this later to listen to it again. And I think we will look to do more guided meditations in future weeks. I'm going to keep up with this Facebook Live every week or so. We'll see. But I can see that folks are on, and thank you. So what else? I also wanted to talk about gratitude today. I talk about gratitude in a lot of my presentations. So if you've seen them before, you've probably heard me talk about this. But gratitude is really, really important. We take so much for granted. We move so fast that we just don't even stop long enough to appreciate all that we have. Even in challenging times like we're all experiencing right now, if we take a moment to practice some gratitude, it will actually make us feel a lot better. So, couple things you can do. Oh, also, recent research has come to find out that practicing gratitude actually rewires your brain and promotes happiness. And this doesn't mean that you run around thanking everybody. That's not necessarily what practicing gratitude looks like, although you can, that's fine. But there's lots of ways that you can practice gratitude. A few ways that I like to do it. One is I have a gratitude jar, which is actually just like a cute little jar. And there's little slips of paper in it. And when I feel like it or I think about it, I write down something I'm grateful for and I put it in the jar. And then at a later date, I can go back and review what I put in there and what all the things I was grateful for. It always makes me feel good to reflect back on the things I am grateful for, because we have a lot to be grateful for. Also, journaling is really important. And I had a friend tell me earlier today that her and her fiance, every night before they go to bed, tell each other 3 things that they're grateful for every day. What a nice thing to do right before falling asleep. So that's another great suggestion. But I also want to give you some information. Slightly before this COVID crisis hit us here in the United States and in Massachusetts specifically, I had a birthday. And my mom gave me this book called My Pocket Positivity. And I decided to take a little look at it. And what do you know? They talk about gratitude. So this is an activity from this book that I thought would be nice for folks to think about. So I think that journaling is a great way that we can practice gratitude right now. So if you've never really practiced gratitude journaling before, you might be wondering where to begin and how to get started and what you actually write. So these are some of the prompts. 5 things I saw today that I am grateful for. 5 things I heard today that I am grateful for. 5 things I smelled today that I am grateful for. 5 things I tasted today that I am grateful for. 5 things I touched today that I am grateful for. 5 people I am grateful for today. 5 possessions I am grateful for today. 5 things I usually take for granted that I am grateful for today. And 5 abilities I have that I am grateful for today? If you can't think of 5, no big deal. If you can only think of 1, write down 1, maybe 2, 3, whatever. It doesn't have to be so formulaic, and just whatever you can think of that you're grateful for, write it down. It also doesn't have to be fancy. You can do this in a note on your phone. If you have a journal or want to purchase a journal, you can certainly do it that way and actually keep the writings all in one place. But if you want to, you could do this on a sticky note on your computer. You could do it in a Word document or a note on your phone, whatever is going to work for you. That's just going to get you to do it. It's to stop, to slow down long enough and reflect upon all that you're grateful for. So, the folks that are on, if anything comes to mind that you're grateful for today, why don't you type it to me in the chat? So what are you grateful for today? It can be a person, can be something a skill you possess or an ability you have. It can be something you usually take for granted. It can be a possession. Same. I'm grateful for the ability to have the technology to go live with my self-care cabaret. I'm also grateful for a roof over my head and the people in my life that I connect with regularly. Although we might not be able to see each other in person at this moment, we are still very much connected. So, gratitude journaling, practice our breathing exercises, and you can replay that guided meditation later for yourself if you would like to revisit that later. So, I'm going to do our card pull now. So I went earlier, folks have commented on these cards. I like to put them in the group and have people just pick 1 to 3, and then I post what the card is later. You may have seen them. So this is the deck. It is My Quality Time Self-Care Activity Cards by Deja Druitt. I think I got them actually on Kickstarter, but she has other decks. Oh, and let's see, folks are grateful for dear friends who help keep me sane, grateful that I get to walk almost every day, which contributes to my physical and mental health. Yes, that's awesome. And grateful for technology. Absolutely. I mean, I can't imagine if we didn't have technology right now. In some ways, we might be better off, but because we wouldn't have to be tuned into the news constantly. However, I feel like technology is certainly helping us at this time. So I went ahead and I pulled 3 cards with the intention of sharing them with this group, so with you in mind. So I want you to think about your number 1, 2, or 3 and pick them. Pick either whichever number is resonating with you right now, 1, 2, or 3. And then I'm going to reveal what those cards are. And all this is an activity, a suggested activity for self-care that you should do over the next week or so if you can. So anybody that was thinking of the number 1, your card is here. And it is the Connect card. I thought that was really perfect for today. So the Connect card that shows a girl on the telephone. So she's connecting. She's also social distancing, which is great. But she is able to connect. So maybe there's somebody, if you were thinking of number 1, maybe there's somebody that you can give a call to, somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, or maybe somebody you do talk to all the time, but you just want to give them a call and say hello, see how they're doing, just check in on them and have that human connection while we're physically distancing. If you were thinking of the second card is meditate. I know they're a little difficult to see, but meditation is a great tool. We talked about this a little bit last week. We just did a guided meditation. If that's something you liked, you can look up tons of resources on meditation. There's apps, there's lots of stuff. That meditation that we did was about 6 minutes or so. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be this, epic 30-minute thing that you sit still and do, but it can be 2-3 minutes just to get yourself started. Think of meditation as a muscle, and you want to build that muscle and build that strength. Okay? And the third card, if that was the one that was calling to you, the third card is bath. So perhaps it is time for you to have a nice, relaxing bath, maybe some nice warm water and bubbles and beautiful scents. This one looks like she has rose petals in here on this drawing, and maybe you could light candles, have a glass of wine, do it up. It would be a great self-care kind of calming thing. Close the door so the people in your house can't interrupt your self-care time, but you can really make it whatever you want. So those are your self-care cards for today. Connect, meditate, and take a bath. I thought those were kind of cool that's what came out. And let's see. I think that is all for today. Unless folks have any questions or would like me to talk about or do anything else. I did get some suggestions last week, which I greatly appreciated. So I will go through those, and I'm now keeping notes for myself on what we can do during this Facebook Live time. I also love that the videos are available for folks to access them later. So I think that's really helpful. But I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy and following the guidelines as set forth by, the powers that be. And hopefully, we can be on the other side of this soon. So stay well, and I will talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye now.